During the Lake Tahoe mystery disease debate, all the researchers got into a furious fight over the Lake Tahoe malady, and nobody could agree on anything, and nobody even tried. They all had their own pet theories, went in their various ways, fought over their own subsets, what they wanted to study. There was no agreement on anything, nothing whatsoever, not the EBV serology tests, not the new HBLV or HHV6 alpha virus, nothing. By doing so, they just dumbed down the debate back to the only thing that stood out, which was fatigue. So they wiped out all the evidence that was the actual reason for the creation of the 1988 Holmes chronic fatigue syndrome definition. But in that Holmes committee, a curious debate emerged. The most prestigious member, Dr. Elliot Keefe, suggested that a vague definition would never work because people are too baseline dishonest, that they could easily learn to mimic the symptoms, hijack the syndrome for their own agenda, take over, and destroy the exercise, making it all total futility, chaos. Well, Dr. Stephen Straus responded to this by directing Dr. Gary Holmes to make the syndrome even more vague, remove any defining elements, and not specify what he was investigating. Now, I thought this was absurd because everybody the world over knew that Dr. Gary Holmes and the CDC was investigating an outbreak. They would know they could simply come and ask, clear up the matter, no problem. So this became a sociological exercise. Are people honest enough to use a syndrome definition, or will they all hijack it for their own agenda? Well, at the time I told Dr. Cheney that I believe most people were honest. They'll come and get the facts. But it turns out that Straus, who directed Dr. Gary Holmes to make it more vague, he was right. Nobody ever came back. There was no effort to clear up the evidence ever. And doctors only go deeper and deeper into confusion by fighting over their pet theories, creating new names, new subsets, new theories, getting further and further away, whereas the reminder of what the original outbreak was for, the original chronic fatigue syndrome, this stands as a contradiction that will forever put an element of doubt, speculation into these other theories, because they obviously can't all fit what the original chronic fatigue syndrome was for. So this isn't about science. It never was. It's about politics. It's about greed, avarice. It's about takeover attempts. And as we see, no name is going to be sufficient. No definition is strong enough unless it incorporates an indisputable abnormality that nobody can fight over. Anything less, and people will destroy the new name, destroy the new definition, just exactly as they've done to all the definitions of the past.